Hey, what's up everyone, it's Rodrigues Bet speaking, bringing the best, most consistent and transparent betting strategy for you. In this video I'll be covering Dana White Contender Series Season 4, Week 7, then I think it's the event 33. And if you're familiar to my channel, you know the drill here. This is basically my interest in the bet. In this video it's slightly different because the betting odds hasn't yet been released. So let me spend some time here to explain to you guys. But before that, what do I mean by most transparent and consistent betting strategy? This is the results consolidated and keeping track from July 2020. So it has been around 12, 13 events. The overall profit is 200%. From an overall betting money perspective, it's 41%. And that means that you will be in profit of 41% if you're following my strategy from the start. Okay. This is also broken down in different angles here. This is the consolidated per month in these terms of high, medium, and low confidence bets. So everything is explained in the introductory video. I'll leave a link in the description, and feel free to take a look at it. So before the breakdown, guys, just to quickly explain, this is my interest in betting, and I will be tweaking this once the betting odds are released. So I'll be interested in betting Kyle Driscoll if I can get him in minus 170 range, and Paiva at plus 350 range. Danyelle, I'm interested if I can get her at plus 130, and Tennant if I can get her at plus 400, and so on and so forth. Okay, these are the prop bets that I'm interested. So you can pause, take a look at it, and like I said, once the odds are released, I'll come back to this, and I'll add actually in the comments how I'm betting this card. Okay, so onto the fight breakdowns. Okay, so let me start off from the bottom up, maybe, I don't know, actually the order here, so forgive me if it's not in the correct order, but I'll be starting with Naimov versus Collin Anglin. So this is actually, I'll be quite short here, not to make this video becoming too long. Basically, I see Naimov as a good favorite, and the reason is he's better everywhere technically, and especially in those leg kicks are just nasty, and Anglin, he's quite susceptible to those. Anglin, he's kind of a counter puncher, he moves back, he's not that easy to hit, but he keeps a tall stance. The base is like quite narrow base, and the way he moves is very susceptible to leg kicks and up on the cage. He can also get caught by if the pressure fighter will pressure him and attack, cutting him off, and it's like that's exactly what Naimov does. Nasty leg kicks, super quick spinning kicks, and very effective with those. Okay, Naimov also has the takedowns, and even standing, Naimov is better. He does he's more accurate, he's throw better with the timing. Basically, like I said, just better everywhere. Okay, so if you're an Anglin's fan, it's my opinion only, but I think that Naimov is a strong favorite. Okay, I may be wrong as always, but that's what I saw in the video. Okay, next fight, I'll be covering Lombardo versus Korey Kuppe. Tough one. It's tough for me to call this fight because I haven't seen much footage on Kuppe. Actually, I've seen a lot of footage, but it's tough to see from what I saw because, one, the foot is old, and second, Kuppe finished them in the ground, which is kind of tricky, especially because those guys were not that high level. So let me talk a little bit about Lombardo. Basically, he looks solid in his style. He's good forward pressure. He's solid, but he's kind of basic, and what I mean is he tends to move in and try to throw hooks, that's basically what he does. Like I said, he's consistent, he's a good fighter, he's decently well-rounded also. I've seen some offensive takedowns, some good takedown defense, but like I put it here, nothing outstanding, and looks like he trains in ATT, so actually Lombardo, he looks like he's a real, threat in this fight. Now Kuppe, 6'5", good timing on double legs, grappling is very good, especially because of that lens, but technically also pretty good, Actually, he has an advantage on the ground here. On the feet, he can be knocked out, I think, because he kind of tends to move back forward, chin up, and he brawls, and he's not that most powerful guy, obviously, because he has to be thin to fight at 170 with 6'5", 6'5". So it's a tough one. And I'm going back and forth here. At the end, I'm going to pick Kuppe because if he can get to the ground, I think he can finish Lombardo. But I see also Lombardo being able to stuff those takedowns, being able to land more clean, but also Kuppe can land. So it's back and forth, like I said. If you guys are interested to bet this fight, I would take either way at plus 150 or prop bet on Lombardo. I do see some value on a TKO or Kuppe. I do see some value at submission at plus 400 range, okay? So I think I'll be skipping this fight. The odds hasn't been released yet, but if I'm betting, I'll be betting on a prop bet most likely, okay? So next fight will be Danyelle Wolf versus Taneisha Tennant. Another interesting fight, another tough one to call. Wolf is debuting in MMA. I'm not sure if she's an Olympic boxer. I've seen that she was trying to get there, and but I've seen some footage on she training with some BJJ. I've seen some footage she doing some sparring on MMA. She looks good, She's also 6 foot, so she looks tenacious on some boxing matches that I've seen. Right, that's why basically I'm favoring her over Tennant. Tennant, she's more like a Muay Thai girl. She's like big and she's long, especially for a bantamweight. This fight will be in the featherweight, so one more factor to account there. And she's long, like I said, but guys, I'm not impressed with her, despite that Muay Thai. She has good timings on those hooks, on those elbows, but what I like mostly about Tennant is her knees on the Thai clinch, but I'm not sure she's going to be able to do against a 6 foot Wolf. And if Wolf comes, ready, she doesn't have jitters. She comes like, fight ready, blood on the eyes, wide eye, ready to fight and throw down. I think she's the favorite, That's why I put these lines here because they're quite wild, like you guys see. But still, it's a very tough one to call. Okay, so just final thought, not to spend too much time in this discussion. So I put these wild lines because at the end, if you don't know something, at least the betting strategy that I follow, right? If I don't know something, I just put as a more attractive number as a risk, This is kind of, just totally subjective, but still, that's how I feel about the fight, So I feel that Wolf, she's more tenacious, she has more skill, but I'm not sure how she'll perform, so I just put I would be willing to bet if it comes at plus 30. And I'm assuming here that I'm at least having some spread, okay? Okay, so next one, Kyle Driscoll versus Dinis Paiva. Not that easy to call because I haven't seen much footage on Driscoll. I have found only one fight, which I was very impressed, and that's why I'm thinking that Driscoll is a strong favorite here. Awesome wrestling, great top pressure, training in AKA, good striking, that top control, even the commentator where the fight I was watching was saying in Spanish that his Khabib style, so he does look like a little bit, with the style pushing guys against the cage, those takedowns, wrapping the legs, great top control, damage. So I think he's a favorite. Paiva, good fighter, quite big himself, good, hands. He put some weight behind the punches, which I like. He's quite long in reach, so I think he will be coming to fight here. I don't think he'll be like a slouch on this fight. But I do think that Driscoll will be the favorite because of that wrestling. So that's why I'm putting Driscoll at minus 200 in terms of a range of a bet. And Paiva, in my opinion, he would have to knock Driscoll out to win this fight. So that's why I'm putting that big line of over plus 350 in Paiva, if I can get to those numbers. Main event, Jordan Williams versus Gregory Rodrigues. Also, again, another fight, close fight. Actually, this is not an easy card to bet, guys. So everything I'm saying here, take with a grain of salt. It may come down to I get everything right or I get everything wrong. I'm feeling like that, Because, Williams, good fighter, great, not that much pressure, but he's very consistent throughout the fight, He moves well, throwing power behind those 1-2s and hooks, He's also a very good wrestler. Both, actually, I've seen more offensive. Defensively, I'm assuming that he's good also. And yeah, but he has some mistakes, you know. The guy is still evolving, still young, so train up, you know. Eventually, when he strolls, when he gets pushed back, he brawls, you know. When he doesn't have that much of a good stance to land his power, so this kind of mistakes that every fighter does, not that experienced fighter. So, but overall, very good fighter. Rodrigues now high level BJJ, you know, he's not afraid to throw himself. Big guy for the division, you know, 6'2", he's a middleweight. He's also very thick muscle, has thick muscles, you know. So in the feet, you know, it's pretty even, to be honest. I don't know. Williams may have a small advantage, especially because of his consistency, you know. So again, I'm just picking Rodrigues because I think on the ground he has more chances. That BJJ is high level, you know, it's elite, and but Williams has the takedown defense. So I'm back and forth here again, but at the end I'll just be calling Rodrigues. And but in terms of a bet, I'm interested in any of these guys around this range, you know. So like I said, not easy card to bet. Okay, so in a sum up, this is how I'm interested. The odds haven't been released yet. I'll be posting a comment once the odds are released, and I'll be accounting for the results here. So yeah, I don't know. I think that I'm gonna close the video here. This is basically it. You know, I have Driscoll as a favorite. I have Wolf as a favorite. I have pretty even at the Lombardo and Kuppe. Maybe Kuppe slightly favorite. I'm picking Kuppe. I have Naimov as a strong favorite, and then I have basically either way on Rodrigues and Williams. Just picking Rodrigues. Okay. So stay tuned for the rest of the week. We'll be having UFC. This time I'll be uploading those videos. So if you like this idea and this discussion, please like, subscribe. Also consider supporting the channel in the future. And if you have any feedback for me, I'm totally open to that. And please let me know how I can make this better for you guys to utilize. Obviously, to be more accurate, I'm always trying, but still, feedback is always welcome. Okay. And so there's Rodrigues, bringing the best, most consistent, and transparent betting strategy for you.